Oh, wonderful. So basically, I want to talk about something that's been like bothering me recently, as it's something that I just do not like to see. So I came across before then, which I ignore, Twitter kind of AI artists claiming that they're artists before then. Like I don't know when it was, but I remember that it was before then that there were these AI artists, and these AI artists are basically just trying to claim that their work is 100% original and that their AI is the future of art itself, when in reality, the work, the effort, and the people's time and dedication being put into an artistic piece, for example, is one of the most beautiful things I like to see. So I want to show you something over here. And I've been studying Spencerian script. It's a handwriting for since the 1800s, so it's a nearly 200-year-old kind of handwriting. That's what it is. Trying to learn that for myself. It's basically a handwriting I'm trying to master and practice for myself to get good at, as an example of a passion. And I like it, because it's not that great, but it's just something to see, when it comes to the mistakes I made and the kind of progress I see for myself. So it's just one of those things itself. And when I see nowadays of AI artists trying to claim that their artwork is 100% original and that they want to mock original artists who spent their time and dedication creating a masterpiece, who has mastered the discipline of creating a perfect art piece, they are calling artists losers, and they're calling artists idiots and fools. And the truth is, those who spend their time perfecting a masterpiece, creating one of the best beautiful forms of art out there, I praise you for your time, dedication, and for your will of effort you've spent creating a beautiful form of art. And when I come across this itself, grok.com, yeah, I know I'm using AI to figure out what's with the situation of the kind of artist situation. The brutally honest truth about being the living situation on artists, artists who made beautiful work. And they're getting respect for that, for the effort. So let's see. Vincent van Gogh sold exactly one painting while alive. He lived on handouts from his brother Theo, suffered repeatedly mental breakdowns, and was essentially homeless at times. He died broke at 37. Mozart died at 35 with so little money that he was buried in a mass pauper's grave. Franz Schubert died at 31, penniless, in his brother's spare bedroom. His belongings were auctioned off for almost nothing. Johannes Vermeer died in debt, leaving his wife and 11 children destitute. During his lifetime, he was so obscure that he had to work as an innkeeper and art dealer to survive. And the list goes on and on and on. And it hurts. These artists out there who create the most beautiful forms of art and get no respect at all. I mean, they're so beautiful to look at. They're so amazing to see these kinds of work, from Vincent van Gogh's painting to seeing people out there who create amazing kind of work itself. It hurts. You see good people out there who spend their time and dedication creating a beautiful form of art. It hurts so much. And I'm gonna say something controversial right now, which I don't want to. But for one example right there was a guy named Adolf Hitler who created a painting, by the way. I mean, he's a good painter. He was a really good painter. Don't get me wrong, by the way. But what he did afterwards, it's just not okay after what he's done. He was a good painter before then, but afterwards, what he's done. It just it's just like wrong, you know. So I just do not understand how people who create beautiful forms of art again like no respect. And it just hurts, like you see bad people out there getting so much respect from creating stuff that has no effort in there. And that when you see people out there who has put the time, the dedication, the passion to create a masterpiece, they get no respect. And it hurts. Like you see people out there who worked really hard becoming a painter, becoming a beautiful, amazing artistic painter. You have no idea what they've gone through, by the way. And it hurts. Like it hurts so much to see these people become crushed from the amount of betrayal they go through afterwards. Because for one example, I was working at Starbucks, I had passion and hope about like a normal future, never had that, so that's one example right there. And it hurts because you see people nowadays creating lifeless forms of art using artificial intelligence and claiming it as their work. Buddy, you haven't put the time and dedication to it. All you did is use a tool and that's it. You just typed in the words and you create an image. I mean, I create AI art. Let me show you some, by the way. Let me show you my AI art. Do I like it? No. I mean, it does a good job like creating the art itself. It's getting there. But is it always going to be better than human beings' work of art? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because of the way, the effort, and the detail they put into it. It's not always that great sometimes, you know. You have people out there who created beautiful forms of art. You have people out there who create AI-generated art itself. But it will never be good as Vincent van Gogh or Leonardo da Vinci's beautiful masterpieces. And I'm going to show you, by the way. There's one over here of a lady holding a cup of coffee, trying to serve it to... It's like this. So there's a lady here who is a McDonald's employee, for example, and it created me this image. And honestly, it's like this. You see the heart there? She put the love and patience into the cup itself. No, not that one itself. She put the love and patience in the cup, but she got nothing in the end afterwards. And that breaks me, by the way, you know. But is it always that great, you know, with the AI art? Nah, not always, you know. I mean, if I paint it with, like, my own paintbrush and stuff, it's just more than enough, you know. If I use my mind, if I had full control of everything, that would be great. But still, AI art is nothing but a tool. Right? AI is nothing but a tool. All it is basically just a functioning tool that you have to control, and that's it. You are abandoning your creativity for a tool that does it for you. And it doesn't make you an artist, by the way. It doesn't. It makes you lazy. It makes you incompetent. It doesn't make you productive. All it is AI generated code. That's it, code. I'd rather be in a living room looking at the Mona Lisa all day long than seeing that garbage. Okay? Your work will never be great when you use AI. You have to master dedication and time to create a masterpiece. You haven't done that. You haven't spent your time creating a masterpiece, by the way. Okay? All you've done is put your time, dedication onto something in a code that takes a short period of time, and you call yourself an artist. Wow. Congratulations, you're an artist. Yay. You're not an artist. You are delusional. To all the people out there on TikTok claiming that AI work is true art and it's the future, you are delusional. You have no emotion. You don't know anything about life. When I see a painting that's been created by a genuine person, there's life and there's beauty being poured into it. And the fact that you take all the credit, take it away from them after the time and dedication put into it, that's the sad part. That's the most fucked up part in human history. their work, their effort, their time and dedication be put into something, getting no respect in the end, it hurts. And what pisses me off so much is that before then, there were these lunatics who basically were just stop oil. Why don't you just stop being a fucking moron and get a life already? These people threw soup at Vincent van Gogh's painting. But what's the message here? You never knew about the pain and the suffering the person put into the painting. And the reason why people love the painting is because it has emotion. It has that kind of feel and depth that it basically has, you know. When you see a painting that is made by Vincent van Gogh, you see life in it. You see that there's something in there. And the fact that you throw soap on it, trying to spread a message about what's more painting, art or life, I don't understand. A person's life who spent the time painting that, and you throw soup at it, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't make any sense, you know. So in the end, these people are fucking morons. These people are fucking morons. They are literal idiots, claiming that their AI art is way better than human beings' art, and that their effort time creating code itself is much more impressive. But here's a mistake. Every artist knows that when they create a painting, they learn from the mistakes. You haven't learned from any of your mistakes. That's why I love real literal artists. They learn from the mistakes and they kept on going. You haven't.